Hi. Hi, everyone. This is another impromptu broadcast from the road. And I just wanted to say hi. I'm in a sort of interesting place. There are these booths in some airports called a jabber box. And it's like an office. It's like an oversized old school phone booth, but it's got special lighting and it has a Wi-Fi connection and a soundproof door, so you can come in here and just chill and get away from the noise. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to touch base. And excuse me, I was a little nervous about doing any kind of filming out in the airport. Things are so weird. I just wanted to give a quick update on things. All New York City got was rain. I don't know what happened to the Hudson Valley. I don't know if they actually got the snow and ice or not. It would be a shame if everything got canceled and then all they had was rain and it could have happened. But none of us have any control over the weather, and there's no one to blame. I do want to say thank you to Alan Steinfeld. He had still considered meeting up for dinner with me, but I was not going to get on a train and go anywhere because everyone advised me not to. So I will meet up with Alan at some point in the future. I think they're doing the workshop next weekend, but Friday I'm going to be interviewing Mark Gemini Thwaite, and I'm not sure that I can pull off a concert one night, fly out the next morning, and then come and do that. So I don't know. It's undecided. We'll see. And Speedy Chick, hello. I love your rainbow hearts. Thank you. Subscribe if you haven't already, Speedy Chick. So I do actually have something to say. First, I took my 4K camera into the 9/11 Memorial Museum yesterday, and I don't think I really anticipated how somber it is in there. It's very quiet. No one in the 9/11 museum talks loud. It's very somber, very reverent. And so I did not do like any filming and talking. I just got some establishing shots of things. And it was very powerful experience being in the museum. I took several photos. I have a lot of footage. We'll put it all together and we'll put it out there. But people may be familiar with what's inside there. There's the biggest object, obviously, is the fire truck from Company 3 that was destroyed in the disaster. But lots of other things as well. And they did make a steel beam available that you could actually touch. They don't want you touching really much of anything in there. But there was a place where you could put your hand on the steel beam, and I couldn't resist. I did that because, I don't know, I guess I was looking for that connection to the event. And to actually lay your hand on one of the steel beams that was part of the World Trade Center, knowing what happened to that steel, having watched the collapse on video numerous times, it was powerful. It was impactful. So there was no narration from inside the 9/11 museum. The atmosphere is too reverent for such a thing, and it would have been incredibly rude. So I didn't do it. So we'll put that footage together, and I have a lot of photographs. I've been teasing some stuff, so I'll figure out a way to present this material, and I don't know, we'll go from there. Next Friday is, as I mentioned, Mark Gemini Thwaite. That's in Phoenix at the Van Buren, but we'll be interviewing him in the afternoon, and hopefully we're going to wind up partying on the bus, but I doubt that. That was a joke. I do want to touch on something, and it has nothing to do with 9/11. And I was going to talk about this at home, but I've got time to kill, so I'll do it now. I want to make some commentary on the government shutdown and what's going on with the TSA, having had a few encounters on this trip. And once again, we don't do the left-right politics here. It's all a little bit silly. But the government not being funded is a big deal. and you can see the difference when you go to the airport. There are some security lines that are shut down, but I want to talk specifically about what my experience was like at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport as I left. And I was going to do a video on this later, but I think I'll just do it now and we'll talk about it. And that is, if you think that safety and security is paramount for our airlines and for the American public, when the TSA folks aren't getting paid, they do not do a good job. I went to Phoenix Sky Harbor, and I may make a short video where I show the contents. I was carrying my large black production bag, and it has a mixer in there. It's filled with audio cables, all kinds of audio cables, connectors, microphones. In my suitcase was it's an LED light for filming, and at Sky Harbor they did not look into my bags at all. They were not happy. They were very disgruntled. I have never seen a TSA security line move so fast as I did this past Friday at Sky Harbor. They did not take anything out of the black bag. They didn't look at it. They didn't inspect it. And then they sent me through just a metal detector, not the whole body scanning x-ray deal where they can, you know, look at your junk. They just had me walk through, and so, you know, and obviously I do not encourage this. You know, I guess I feel a little bit weird about saying this. I mean, not obviously I never would, but I could have taken anything onto that airplane Friday, and no one would have stopped me. If I would have had anything that was not made of metal, if I would have had some kind of weapon that was not metal, I would have been able to get it through. If there had been any kind of dangerous content in my bag with all that wiring, chips, electronics, knobs and stuff, and all those cables, if I had wanted to take something nefarious through security, I could have done it. It could have happened. And I don't take any pleasure in saying that, because I don't want flying and travel to be unsafe for anyone. And I'm certainly not trying to give anyone ideas, and I don't think that the kind of people who would do something like that are watching my show. So I think this is a pretty safe conversation in terms of that. But I'm telling you right now, folks, I could have taken anything through security at Sky Harbor Airport. And it's shameful, and it's wrong. I could tell. No one said anything in the TSA, in terms of TSA agents, no one said anything. No one was rude, but there was an attitude about what they were doing. And the attitude was, we don't give a fuck. They were just whisking people through the metal detector. They just sent every bag through the x-ray machine, and they didn't even look. No one's bag got pulled. No bags got opened. They just shoved the stuff through. It took seconds. You know what it's like if you've flown. And I probably, from the time I put my luggage on the conveyor belt, took my shoes off, walked through the thing and got it. I just picked up my stuff, and I'm telling you, man, it was less than 30 seconds. So, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I hope nothing happens, but air travel right now, in terms of terrorism or criminal threats, air travel is not safe. It is not safe from the point of view of thorough security screening. When I came here to LaGuardia today, they also, it was a little more. They did the x-ray scan of my body, and then they had to, you know, feel my junk, because they obviously love doing that. And that just threw me off. It's so stupid. I get so sick of it. But anyway, they just took my bag, same electronics, microphones, wiring, cables, all kinds of shit. They just shoved it through, and it went, and I don't know. This isn't safe. I have a connecting flight on my way back to Phoenix, but then I'll be going to Phoenix. This is just a heads up from someone who cares. I'm telling you. Jet Petty. Look at the numbers for how many terrorists the TSA actually have caught. No shit, right? I mean, does anyone remember 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 now, when the guy went on the rampage at LAX and killed a TSA agent and all kinds of crazy shit? I hope there are no crazy motherfuckers out there that take it upon themselves to try to do something during this vulnerable time for security. This is a genuine threat, my friends. And I don't want to, I'm not trying to be an alarmist. This is not an alarmist kind of statement. I'm just giving you the facts. And, you know, has anything untoward happened? Obviously not, nowhere. There are TSA agents around, but they're not engaged. They're not engaged and up in your business the way they normally are. And if I wasn't getting paid for showing up to my job for 40 hours a week or 40 hours plus or whatever the fuck it may be, I would be pretty disgruntled. I'm not even sure I would be showing up for work if someone wasn't paying me. You know, I just don't. So I just want to put that out there. That air travel right now, I'm not going to say it's dangerous in terms of terrorism and crime. I'm not talking about anything else. In terms of terrorism and crime, it is unsafe. I hope that the federal employees start being paid and everything goes back to normal. And that's kind of weird coming from me because I'm not the biggest fan of the authorities. And not that we don't need them, and not that they don't serve an important function in our society. They do. And there are plenty of good cops out there. There are good federal agents. There are good TSA people. I'm not slagging on everybody. But sometimes I think as a citizen, I get tired of all the scrutiny, which is a direct result of 9/11, right? That's part of what happened. 9/11 happened and they turned the screws on us. It's me and you that are paying the price for this shit. They've barely caught any terrorists. What, they caught a dude one time with a shoe bomb coming from overseas and now we all have to take our fucking shoes off? It's a little bit ridiculous. So this is how these types of events impact our lives and our society. And we are vulnerable right now. And I don't know, it's just, I'm flabbergasted because normally they would take that bag of electronics and they would take everything out of the box and they would turn it all over. I mean, when I traveled with that stuff to go to Contact in the desert last year, they dissected my luggage practically. I mean, you know, and I anticipated that, and I anticipated this time, and there was nothing. There was nothing. Someone needs to step up to the plate. There are good federal employees out there. There are good cops. But I don't enjoy all of the scrutiny that I have to go through sometimes when things are normal. But I would rather get harassed and make sure that everything is as safe as possible rather than walk through trouble-free with the knowledge in the back of my mind that if a bad actor were motivated to do something, that there is an increased likelihood that they would be more successful at this time with such lax security. And maybe we'll talk more about this next week as well. I see that I'm at 14 minutes. I'm not going to stop till at least, I'm not even going to stop at 15 minutes. I'm going to keep going a little bit. I want to say I've officially fallen in love with New York City. I was there one time briefly and I didn't see very much. And this was like 20 years ago. And I did go across the Verrazano Bridge at that time and I saw the World Trade Center standing. So the very first time I was in New York was very quick, kind of in and out, you know, kind of like a brothel. And I saw the World Trade Center with my own eyes. But then to go back this time and be more prepared for it, and to go around and go to the 9/11 memorial. It was deeply, deeply moving if you saw my video from yesterday, and I hope you did. So it was just an incredible experience, and I fell in love with New York City. I am a city girl. I like big cities. I like the hustle and the bustle. I enjoyed getting kebab from the stand on the sidewalk and putting my stuff on top of like a construction pylon and stand at the side of the street and eat out in the cold. I actually like that. So I guess I'm just weird that way. But hey, I wonder if I can change the lighting in here. Can we play with the lighting? I normally, there. Because, normally I'm all about the reds. Too bad it won't change all the time. These booths are pretty handy. Its Wi-Fi was a little wonky, and I had to get onto the airport Wi-Fi to make this happen. But it's nice to be in something that's clean. I can't hear anything outside here. Let me show you. Let me show you what my view is like. This is about taking you places that you haven't been, or showing you things that you might not normally see. And so there I am, and look, there's all the people staring at me. It seems like and these people can't really know that I have my camera on or that I'm live streaming, but they can't help but look in. I was hoping, speaking of security, speaking of security, I wish that this door was like frosted or something, like people couldn't see in. It's certainly quiet and it's certainly private, but you get gawked at, Anyone ever seen those women in the old school adult bookstores? Don't fall in love, she's a beauty. That's what that song's about. 1 in a Million Girls by the Tubes. Listen to those words. I should never move my camera. Yeah, so sorry about that. Profoundly unprofessional, but fuck, I'm broadcasting through a telephone, so what can I say? Anyway, the trip to New York was fantastic. It was disappointing on the one hand, and I will make an effort to go back and complete my mission there, and I will work that out. There's a small chance that it could happen next Saturday, but that would mean me flying out early, getting on a train in New York City, and getting up into the Hudson Valley all in the same day and doing that, because I can't do this hotel business and stuff like I just did. So I don't know. We'll see. A small chance. I'll try. If I can, I'll do it. And if I can't, it'll have to wait. That's the way it rolls when you're a grown-up, right? The definition of maturity is learning to accept disappointment. And I have found that's not a saying from me, but I have found that to be true many, many times. So to summarize, the 9/11 Museum, the 9/11 Memorial, I could not recommend it more highly. If you're an American that is concerned with our current police state, it's still worth it. It's still worth it. It's meaningful. If you're, whatever your take on 9/11 is, if you're a concerned citizen or an American that cares, or anyone, I don't want to say American, anyone from the world. There were people from all over the world there, literally, yesterday. Very moving. I got some great footage. I took some good photographs. I had a great personal experience, and I can't wait to share that with you, because I'm not doing this for my own aggrandizement. I am doing this to bring you adventure through this show, and that's what this is all about. So there's that. Mark Gemini Thwaite is coming up. I will say hello to Doc Skinner. I want to say hello to Kelly Farmer, Explaining Esoterica, Jimmy and Mika of Fascination Street, Jiggy from Paranormal Hood, I love you, Blue Rose, Divine Healing, I remember you from the party, and we should stay in touch. I want to talk to you some more, maybe have you come on the show as a fact. So track me down, and let's have you on the show as well. I want to thank everyone who hopped in the chat. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Please share the videos. I am sitting at 312 subscribers, which is, on the grand scale of things, not much, but having started at absolute zero, trust me, all 312 of you subscribers have been earned the honest way, and that's the way we're going to do it. There is no quackery here at Mysterious Forces Live. Let's see. I was just saying hello to my friends. Hello, Jimmy Church. Rita, how are you? I'm going to work on getting Jimmy on soon. I have talked, here's what's going on. I'm just trying to organize my thoughts. It's, you know, when I do a show normally, I spend a good portion of that day thinking about it, thinking about what I'm going to say, and also a good portion of the day doing research if it's necessary. Natasha, always keeping it real. Fuck yeah, I'm keeping it real. Anyway, you know, normally on a normal show day, I do research. I put a lot of deep thought into how I want the show to play out. But, you know, on a whim, I just rented this booth. It was $30 for an hour. And I thought I would summarize with everyone because, I don't know, I like doing this. I love doing this show. But the only reason for me to do a show at all is for you, because it doesn't do anything for me. I already have my own thoughts in my head. I'm doing this for you, and I'm trying to present great interviews, and I want to present interviews that are different from other types of interviews that you hear. I hate this term, but I want to think outside the box in terms of how interviews go on Mysterious Forces Live. And I think we have been successful. I'm not super proud of every show that I've done, but there are several shows that I'm very, very proud of. So, and we're getting better. My performing is improving. My ability to speak to you is improving. So that's getting better. And like I said yesterday, production values are about to go up, but I'm preparing to move, and I don't want to refurbish my studio and then have to tear it all down and move. So, you know, but we'll see how that goes. Not that that really matters. But let's see. Hello to Michael and Lori, Pursuing X. I want to say hello to you. Thank you for your help and your support. I guess that's about it. When I start going, and I don't have anything else to say, I guess I don't have anything else to say. So look for the 9/11 photographs on my Facebook page. I guess my private one. I don't do too much posting on my public page for the show because it really jacks up the algorithm. So I have been instructed by my keepers to only post once a day on the Mysterious Forces Live Facebook page. And I would like to do it more, but I can't fight the algorithm. So my personal page, Natasha Nyxx, on Facebook, you can find me there, and you can get direct access to me there. Message me, you know, anything. But thank you for your time and attention. As I've said many times before, you have a lot of competition for your time and attention. You've got a whole world of media out there jumping up and down, screaming for you to watch. And if you have spent your time watching my show, watching this video, I appreciate it. And you spending your time on these topics, that's the highest compliment of all. That is the highest compliment. Thank you all. I love you all. Thanks for watching. I'm my flight leaves at 5:17. It's 4 o'clock here in New York right now. So in about an hour, I fly out, and I'll be on my way back to the high desert. So Blue Rose Divine Healing. I love you too. I'm going to be honest with you. I forget your real name. But I remember talking to you at Jimmy's party at the Rainbow, and I had such a good time. I met so many good people there. So please stay in touch. And this community will stick together. We'll all work together, and we're going to make some good shit happen in 2019. I can just feel the synergy with these other YouTubers, broadcasters, friends and colleagues of mine. Things are shaping up. I think we're going to have a very interesting 2019. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of UFO news, of course. No one does. But we're all waiting with bated breath on the next little bit of UFO information, and I thought that Tom DeLonge's crew would have done something by now. They hinted around about something at the first of the year, but their inconsistency is troubling. That'd be the good word for that. Troubling. I'm not completely sure. I don't trust those guys. I don't know why. Anonymous Farm. I worked outside in the field all day and night and never seen a damn UFO. Always looking. Well, you know what? I have a show where I talk about UFOs very frequently, and I have a keen interest in it, and I have never seen a UFO. So I don't, that's just being in the right time at the right place. I don't believe in UFO hotspots necessarily. If someone can provide some raw data and prove to me that there's hotspots where you have an increased chance of seeing a UFO if you go to a certain location, I'm willing to entertain that idea. I just want to see the proof. Show me some numbers. Show me some data. Let's see a data set that supports a UFO hotspot. But otherwise, generally, in my opinion, it's just a matter of being in the right time at the right place, and there is no control over the situation. If you're an abductee, that may skew things, and that might be a little bit different. So, anyway, I like it. I like it that people comment in the chat room, and this has been fun. I like doing this. This is good. But I can't wait to get back in my regular routine. I ran out the door without my makeup bag when I was packing because I was kind of scrambling to get to the airport in time. And so I came on this thing. I've not had a lick of makeup. No eyeliner. What am I going to do without eyeliner and base, right? Blah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I appreciate your time and attention. Please like and share. Hit me up on Facebook. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. And YouTube, Jesus. Twitter is check out Instagram. And stay tuned for the next adventures on Mysterious Forces Live. I appreciate you so much. Everyone have a great week coming up. Be safe. Take care of each other. And love each other. And let's spread that love out. Let's radiate that good feeling, not only from our own family and our friends, but out into the wider world. And maybe on a given day, we can all make the world a little bit of a better place. So this is Natasha Nyxx from LaGuardia Airport signing out. Thank you for watching. Alan Steinfeld, I will get to you. I will make it back to Cosm, and I am determined to make that show happen. I will not be defeated by the weather. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week. Peace. No, mute microphone. Is this it? That's not as easy on the damn phone on the app as it is with my regular equipment.